Oh, good evening. You're welcome to Achieve Success with Wale Agbola. And I have with me tonight Mr. Leye Adigun from Miami, Florida. Good evening. You're welcome tonight. Before we go on, let's just listen to this music for 2 minutes while we wait for others to join us.
You are the God who was, who is, and is to come. Jesus, Jesus, and in you I trust. It's in your hands, Jesus. Jesus, you are the miracle working God.
Good evening. You're welcome to Achieve Success with Wale Agbola. Tonight with me is Mr. Leye Adigun from Miami, uniting together critical issues that affect every aspect of human social and spiritual development. And especially we are focusing on addressing financial hardship. By way of introduction tonight, I have Mr. Leye Adigun is an Osun State-born, US-based Nigerian billionaire. Is the owner and the chief operating officer of Golden Glades Treatment Center, as well as Adigun Investment Company, with stakes in 9 companies operating in commercial real estate, several A companies, as well as wind and solar energy, among others. It's over about 3 decades now that I've known Mr. Leye Adigun. We're together in the same secondary school in the early 90s at Olivet Baptist High School, or your state in Nigeria, and is doing well now. And the essence of this program is for everyone to know that even when things are not working for you, does not mean that it will not work. Definitely, things will work. Whatever you are passing through now concerning financial challenges, it will soon come over if you have the right mindset, right, and you have done on board Mr. Leye Adigun. Uh, it's good afternoon in that place now. It should be in the afternoon, around 2 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah. Good afternoon. How are you today?
Good. Good afternoon. Thanks for inviting me.
All right. I can see that you're already in your office.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I wanted to just take over from here. How did you begin your hard times? How did you turn the hard times into good times? And what have you made happen through this season? You have the floor now, Leye. Your audio is muted.
Oh, man, I'm trying to fix it.
All right. Yeah, oh, yeah, on now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. I can
Okay,
hear
okay.
you. You're live
Yeah,
now.
repeat that
You
again.
can
Your
continue.
phone was breaking up. Repeat that again. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, I said you should tell us how it all started, the rough times, and how you turned the rough times to good time, and how the failures became success.
Okay, one moment. Where it started from, I would say, I've been here for about since 2000, since 90s. I moved here in 1997, and I'm always an entrepreneur person, even right from Nigeria. I pretty much my first success started when I first opened my clinic, which is the clinic I'm in now, Golden Glades Treatment Center, and then from there I was able to invest my money into other things. I mean, I would say it wasn't easy. Nothing good comes easy. It's always a struggle when it comes to starting a new business from the scratch. But the major fact is, one of the things is I always pray. There's nothing that I don't that I get into that I don't pray about. But the success pretty much came very quick because it's the nature of kind of business I'm into healthcare business. So that grew very fast, and I was able to invest my money into a lot of things, other ventures.
Okay. Um, like we shared sometimes ago, I remember when you got your jet, we were discussing, and you told me that you slept in the vehicle for some time when you don't have a house.
Yes, actually, I remember when I first moved to US. One
Are
of
you there?
my Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I
Hello?
can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I remember when I first moved to US, one of the things my aunt that I was living with at the time pretty much uh, my father passed away, my mom went back to Nigeria right after that, and just me and my sister were pretty much living here. And then she, kick us out of the house. I remember it was around Christmas time, it was December, it was very cold down here around that time. So, we moved to a shelter, which is for homeless people, pretty much. And then because they have a schedule, we the schedule wasn't working with us, so we ended up sleeping in my car that my father bought me actually before he died in US in movies. But before he died in Nigeria, we left US to go to Nigeria, and he died in Nigeria a couple of weeks later. He had cancer, so we're living in the car, but that was that time. That's one of the hard time that time. And yeah, America is a great opportunity that my father brought us here to US and create the opportunity for us, to be able to become something.
Okay. What can you say about people? There are many people passing through hard times now, and if you and recently we have many people going to depression, and mostly it's because of finances. And what do you have to advise to people since you have tasted both sides? I know you are not like this when you are in Nigeria, and I know you came to Nigeria. Was it last month or thereabouts? You
Yes.
came around,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
saw in the news in January that you actually want to is it buy Fidelity Bank or
A bank. Yes.
invest about 3 billion to Fidelity Bank in Nigeria?
Correct.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
what is
well,
out of you have
to
tasted the two sides.
yeah, to talk about our time, our time to me, it doesn't. I was born and raised in Nigeria, so our time is something that we kind of used to. Even though my parents were doing very well back then, but what I tell people that is going through our time doesn't last forever. There's this. I used to sing in choir here, believe it or not, years ago in US. There was a song that stuck to my head for years. That was years ago. It was a choir called Brooklyn Tabernacle. So the song was about through. It's called Through the Fire. So the lyrics of the song, stuck in my head since then, where it says, God didn't promise us that nothing that we jump into in life, uh, that we're gonna get, but it's gonna put us through fire and storms. But if we call upon His name, it will help us and it will solve it for us. So that's one of my I believe is that when I go through hard time, just I just always pray about it and continue working hard, putting my best into everything that I do. Hello?
Okay.
Okay,
I'm with you
you're
now.
frozen.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yes, yes. We are still having challenges with the network, but there's no problem. Now, the next 15 minutes, I want you to speak to the people. I want you to give them candid advice. We are going to have the floor now and talk to people about how they can break financial hardship, how they can come out of it, and the hope they have in in becoming rich in whatever business or whatever they have put their mind to do. So you can please just in the next 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes. You can please continue.
All right. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, can
Yeah,
you hear me?
your phone was breaking up. Repeat that again.
Okay, I said you have. I've given in the next 15 minutes. I want you to speak on how people can, because there are people that are actually waiting on you to know how they can actually break financial hardship in your own best way as someone that have practicalized it. I've gone through the practical session of breaking financial hardship. So I'm just going to leave you to talk for 15 minutes.
Okay. Well,
Then I'll be back. Yeah.
breaking financial hardship is is something that I believe anybody can do. Uh, you know, I read a lot of motivational speaking a lot, and also um, I listen to a lot of different motivational speakers, and there's no set way or any possible way to break financial hardship that everybody have a power within themselves to make themselves successful. Uh, it just depends on individual. I don't have anything specific that you have to do. For example, I did accounting in school, and I work I'm a psychologist now. So there's no set thing that if I say, okay, I'm going to stay with accounting only, I'm not going to focus on anything else. There's no possible way I can make it because I have to have an open mind. So, and another thing is you have to focus on knowing people. Find people. There's a statistics that said that if you make $2 to $3 around your friends that you surround yourself with. So I learned that years ago. So I pretty much get rid of all my broke friends. I, my old friends and people I used to hang out with back then are not really people that I talk to or I hang out with now because hey, if I want to be successful, I have to surround myself with people that have the same mindset, the same goal, that have the same vision, and people that are hungry, people that are more motivated like me to get to that point. So I surround myself with a lot of people that own businesses down here in Miami, in Florida, uh, and I look up to them. I learned a lot from them. I ask a lot of questions. I follow their footsteps because if they are doing something right, I want to do what they're doing. Another thing that I do a lot is that I read a lot about successful people, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, people that are very successful. I read a lot about that. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know what they're to the point. I want to know what they are eating every morning. I want to know when they wake up. I want to do the same thing they are doing. Uh, that's one of the few things that help me to grow to get to where I'm at this point in life. And again, always pray. You know, above all, you just have to put God first. I came from a Christian family, so my parents drilled that in our head growing up, and so I always do that. And then also, you always keep an open mind. You never stop learning. Uh, people, a lot of people look up to me, but at the same time, to me, I feel like I haven't learned enough. I read every day. I want to learn new things every day. I want to explore. I want to know what is out there that I don't know that I need to do. So I'm just an entrepreneur that jump into any kind of different businesses. I have different kind of businesses in aviation, healthcare, technology, energy. So I'm into everything pretty much. And some people will say, how do you able to, I work as an accountant and I'm also a psychologist. How do you able to know about energy company? I read a lot. Um, if I don't know something, I online, I Google. There are too many resources out there now where I can go online and read about, I can research and read, I educate myself. So when I jump in that business, I know more than my staff. I know more than my employees. There's nothing that can tell me about that business that I don't know. I know in and out of it. And so that's one of the things that, put me to where I'm at right now, as in successful in any kind of business I jump into.
Mm, what if I may ask you, Leye,
Yeah.
what are the what actually motivated you to want to invest in Nigeria, especially in the banking?
Well, one of the things that pushed me to banking in Nigeria, or more in any business, because besides banking, I'm also investing money to other aspects of things in Nigeria. Well, what motivated me into banking is that I remember here in Miami, I bought uh, I bought a condo, and then there's the day of the closing, the condo was $12 million, and the lady asked me, I was an investment property. So the lady asked me that, oh, you Nigerian? I said yes. So a Russian lady. I said yes, I'm Nigerian. He said, oh well, the guy above the penthouse above my floor is a Nigerian that owned it, and then I know the penthouse above me is double what I pay for mine. And the penthouse is going about $33 million. So the lady asked, are you going to pay cash for it? I said, why will I pay $12 million cash? Who has that kind of money to pay $12 million cash? She said, well, the guy above me paid $33 million cash. That
Mm,
was a week. I thought I was doing good until I heard that story. So I said, listen, whatever that guy is doing, I need to do it. I later found out he owns, they never disclosed the person's name, but just like, oh, the only thing they told me that he owns a bank in Nigeria. Okay,
mm,
I said, maybe that's what I need to jump into. Every business I'm into, there's a reason why I'm in it. And
mm,
the reason why two reasons, you have to think the benefit. What is it doing to the world? What impact are you having in people's life? Secondly, is to make money. My healthcare
mm,
business, my methadone clinic that I have down here, I jump into it because my first time working in a clinic, a lady crashed her car and she was still able to drive just to get to the clinic to take her medication. I said, what's in this medication? What does it do to people? So if they don't take that medication, she go through withdrawal, seizure, she have all the severe symptoms she's gonna get. So I was like, okay, that's the business I need to get into. So every business have a reason why I'm into it, and you have to have first helping people and also making money. So that's what pushed me into banking. I remember also growing up, my dad owned a bank. Was banking with a bank called Society General. I think that's what it's called. Growing up, that's all I heard all the time. He's going to Society General. He's going to Society. You go for a long period of time, for hours, and stay in the line and do all that stuff. So, and that stuck to me growing up because I want to able to change banking system in Nigeria. When the last time I came to Nigeria before this a few weeks ago, it's like a long line. You go through this tube or you raise your hands up. I don't know if it's still like that, but that was what that was being done in Nigeria. So my idea was to bring technology into banking, which is called fintech, and to able to change banking system in Nigeria. I'm able to uh, make banking convenient for people, and that's what want to bring to Nigeria. I have to do a lot of things to make sure that my own country, Nigeria, I couldn't even have one thing. So by all means, I have to do something in Nigeria. That's one of the things that's pushing me to come to Nigeria now.
Okay. Um, Thank you very much, Leye. Thank you
Welcome.
for having you.
Welcome.
And I know that with this tonight, um, people have been encouraged. And I want to just say in one word, just give an advice to someone that is giving up already. Possibly I've tried everything that I felt needed to do, and it's not working. Can you just give advice? I met two people last week that attempted committing suicide, and it's all about giving up on life. What advice just do you have for people that are giving up?
Well, one thing I can say is like my story. My first successful clinic happened 4 years ago, 2017, and that's my first successful business. And before that, I've tried at least over 20 businesses that have failed. I used to build computers. I used to build computer servers. I've done a lot of businesses that have failed. Some start was able to take off, and some never even get off the ground. You can't give up, and that's part of the
Mm,
spirit of entrepreneur. You can't give up because people that actually failed are the ones that trip and stay down. The real winners are the ones that get up and continue doing it. If you do it differently, try something,
yeah,
try a different approach, and you just don't give up. Uh, Again, as I said, when you give up and you fall, everybody will fall and trip. And if you stay down, that's when those are the ones that actually those are the ones that are losing. Failing and it's part of success. Everybody has failed. This most successful people in the world, Bill Gates, they have failed at one point. Nobody actually start one business one point and made it. Everybody failure is part of success. So I will encourage if you try so many things. I will encourage you if you have tried so many things and never give up, just continue trying. You can't give up. There's always a success at the end of the story. I didn't give up. And the difficult part of it also is that while you are failing, you have family members, you have loved ones, friends that will tell you to give up. That's just part of the process. There's a story that I heard a long time ago about a bamboo tree. Bamboo tree takes years to come out from the soil, from the ground, and then when they finally come out from the ground, is hundreds feet tall. So at one point, when that bamboo tree is in the ground, people are telling you that you've been doing the same thing for 20 years, and you there's no result to show for it. People will make fun of you. People will laugh at you. Even your relative, your spouse, them people will give up on you. You just don't give up. You just continue trying it. We all been through that process. I've had loved ones give up, you know. So we just have to continue fighting and continue getting up and do it again. And again, always pray, because that's what helped me. That's one thing my parents drilled into my head. Regardless of what you're going through in life, always pray about it, and continue doing it. And until finally somebody gave me a chance, an investor, Jewish guy that I met, invested money into me to start my first clinic, and that was my first successful company. And that was 4 years ago. It wasn't that even long ago. 4 years ago. It's gonna be 4 years next month. So you just you can't give up. Try something new. Try a different approach.
Okay. That's Leye from United States. Thank you for coming tonight on the program. Till I come your way next time, I remain your success coach, Wale Agwola. Bye for now.